Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, buckle up here, because today only, we're up to number 292 on location here in San Francisco. We're getting into champagne, my favorite type of wine there is on the planet, in the glass, and we're here with a special guest, Thibaut Mailloux. Thibaut, thanks a lot for having us out here today. How's everything today?
Everything's great. We're happy to be in San Francisco for the first champagne grunt tasting in San Francisco here.
And it's fantastic. You can see behind us here, there are a ton of producers, hundreds of people here, in really a penthouse overlooking all of San Francisco. It's really fantastic, huh? So what's going on with Champagne and the association here of Champagne that you put together?
We're here to promote Champagne, but first and foremost, we're here also to highlight the fact that Champagne only comes from the Champagne region in France. It's a small region located 90 miles northeast out of Paris.
Okay.
And only grapes produced in Champagne can do Champagne wine.
Unbelievable. So literally like an hour and a half's drive outside of Paris.
Yeah, or 40 minutes high-speed train.
That's fantastic. And that way you can drink your champagne and make it back safely.
Definitely.
Excellent. So what is it about champagne that makes champagne so special?
As I just said, Champagne only comes from Champagne,
yes,
France, which is the region, and so as a consequence, what makes it so special is a combination of factors such as the soil, the climate, the grapes who are growing there, production process, a number of elements which make this wine unique in the world.
Oh, cool. So, you know, when we hear, we go up to Napa Valley, it's a big region, you got, houses on the property. Champagne, I had a chance to visit there a couple years ago. The setup for a lot of our viewers, I think it visually looks a little different, where people live in the village, but have the vineyards up on the hills for the most part. Yeah. And how many producers, how many growers are there in all of Champagne?
Not less than 15,000 growers.
15,000 growers in Champagne.
Yes, and 12,000 of them only produce grapes and deliver them to the houses. There are 300 houses and almost 100 cooperatives as well.
Unbelievable. So when you say houses, that's a producer, if you will, for the layman out there, when you see a wine label. So there would be 300 of those, and it's amazing in public consciousness here in the United States how a handful of brands are recognizable, but there are so many amazing small production champagnes, I think, that are just outstanding to explore,
Definitely. Big brands as well, for sure. We have an example here.
Yes, wonderful. Well, we've got big producers, small producers, all kinds of producers. My favorite part of this day, though, is what we got in our glass. The wine we have in here, Champagne, really outstanding. When we look at this wine, I think general characteristics of Champagne we see are sort of this golden or straw color. Would you think that to be pretty true?
That's a wide variety. You can imagine within the 15,000 growers, 300 houses, there's a variety of also colors and differences depending on the vintage or whether it's a non-vintage, and also the blending of the three authorized grapes in the region of Champagne.
You get very interesting different notes, I think, also.
Exactly, definitely. Extremely varied wines and flavors and occasions.
Well, what we have in the glass here, I think the color is absolutely just dynamite. The light coming in through the window is just dancing off the top of this wine. It's outstanding. As I smell this nose, I get a little bit of that classic that I want to find, that underlying sort of yeastiness that makes Champagne. It's a typical quality I find in, I'd say generally speaking, in a good portion of champagnes that I'm familiar with. As well, I get a little bit of this sort of spicy note and just almost a hint of citrus in this. It's just lovely. And we may or may not have the same thing in our glasses, who knows? It's a big tasting here, and I appreciate you taking the time. We've looked at this wine, we've smelled this wine. Now you know what time it is, don't you?
I heard about that.
Yeah, what time do you think it is? It's monkey time, huh?
Oh, maybe.
It's monkey time here, people. Let's get into it right now. Let's get this wine past our lips. It's the best part of the day. Rock and roll. Refreshing, crisp. The thing I love about Champagne, it's great on its own, And I think I could pair just about any food with these bubbles.
Definitely, that's true.
You know, if we had to send somebody to a website, is there somewhere that people could check out to
Yes,
get in
it's
touch?
champagne.fr.
Easy enough, champagne.fr. Well, Thibaut, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us. It's been great. Everybody, every day, you know where to find a new Taste Along webisode. That's right, check out Adam the Wine Guy. And today, we made it all the way up to number 292. We were rocking some champagne here on location in the heart of San Francisco.